Did you know resilience isn't something you're born with? It's not a fixed trait, like eye color. Many believe some people are just naturally strong, but that's a myth. The truth? Resilience is a skill, one you can learn and strengthen, just like a muscle. This means you're not stuck. If life feels overwhelming, you can change that. Research shows anyone can build resilience by practicing simple techniques. Think of it like learning to read. You practice, and it gets easier. Building resilience means learning a new mental alphabet, recognizing thought patterns, focusing on strengths, and nurturing relationships. At first, it might feel awkward, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Your current ability to handle stress doesn't define your future. You can grow stronger and build a foundation of mental wellness. This isn't about never feeling pain. It's about learning to navigate it. It's about finding light, even on dark days. Positive psychology promises that everyone can develop resilience. You're capable of more than you think. The journey isn't about becoming a superhero. It's about becoming more adaptable. Every step you take builds your capacity to bounce back. Remember, resilience is for everyone, not just a lucky few. You have the power to change your story. Start small and watch your strength grow. The science is clear. Resilience can be learned, and your journey can start today. Even as a psychologist, I've faced my own storms. There was a time when life felt heavy, not from one big event, but from a pileup of small disappointments. My work stalled, my energy dropped, and I focused on everything going wrong. I woke up dreading the day, feeling stuck in a cycle of negativity. Even with all my knowledge, I wasn't immune to these feelings. I felt like a doctor who couldn't cure their own cold. Every small problem felt huge, every criticism stung. I was living in a mental fog, unable to see the good around me. One afternoon, sitting in my garden, I realized my focus was entirely on the negative. I was an expert at spotting problems, but not at seeing what was right. That realization was a turning point. I decided to shift my curiosity from what makes people struggle to what helps them thrive. I needed new tools, not just to fix what was broken, but to build what was strong. This personal struggle sparked my journey into positive psychology. It wasn't a grand theory. It was a personal quest for a better way to live. And it started with a single, simple change. The first tool I tried was the What Went Well exercise. Each night, I wrote down 3 things that went well that day, no matter how small. At first, it was hard. My mind was trained to spot problems, not positives, but I forced myself to look for good moments, like a detective searching for clues. Slowly, my perspective shifted. I started noticing small joys during the day, knowing I'd need to write them down later. The world didn't change, but my perception did. This exercise didn't erase my problems, but it balanced them with positives. It was like adding light to a dark room. The darkness was still there, but I could see more. The What Went Well exercise became my first step toward resilience. It trained my brain to notice the good, not just the bad. Over time, this small shift made a big difference. My mood improved, and setbacks felt less overwhelming. Focusing on what went right helped me reclaim hope, and it all started with 3 simple notes each night. Next, I focused on my strengths instead of my weaknesses. For years, I tried to fix what was wrong with me, but it was exhausting. Positive psychology taught me to identify and use my signature strengths, like curiosity and love of learning. I took the VIA survey to discover my top strengths. Then, I found ways to use them daily, reading for fun, asking more questions, approaching tasks with curiosity. Using my strengths made work feel energizing, not draining. I felt more authentic and engaged. It was like switching from writing with my left hand to my right. Everything flowed better. Focusing on strengths didn't mean ignoring weaknesses. It meant investing energy where it mattered most. This shift boosted my resilience and joy. When you use your strengths, you feel more alive. It's a powerful way to build resilience, and it's available to everyone. I learned that resilience isn't a solo journey. We're wired for connection. Relationships are a pillar of well-being. During tough times, I'd isolated myself, thinking no one would understand. But research shows the happiest people have strong, positive connections. I made a conscious effort to reconnect, lunch with colleagues, deeper conversations, genuine support. I practiced active, constructive responding, celebrating others' good news with real enthusiasm. These small actions deepened my relationships and created a positive spiral. The more I invested in others, the more support I felt. When I struggled, I had people to lean on. When I succeeded, I had people to celebrate with. This network became a buffer against stress. Knowing I was part of a we, not just an I, made all the difference. Relationships turn personal struggles into shared journeys. Connection is one of the strongest sources of resilience. Don't go it alone. Reach out. As my energy returned, I explored a deeper source of resilience, meaning. Happiness is fleeting, but purpose gives life direction. Meaning is the why that gets you out of bed, even on hard days. I'd lost sight of my purpose during tough times, focusing only on daily frustrations. To reconnect, I started linking my weekly tasks to my larger mission, helping people live better lives. This small shift turned chores into contributions. Purpose isn't just about work, it's found in family, community, and service. Identify your core values and find ways to serve something bigger than yourself. With purpose, setbacks become obstacles on a meaningful journey, not just failures. Meaning fuels perseverance and resilience. When you know your why, you can handle almost any how. Purpose transforms struggle into growth. One powerful tool for resilience is the ABC model: adversity, belief, consequence. We often think events cause our feelings, but it's really our beliefs about those events. For example, if a friend doesn't call back, your belief, not the event, shapes your feelings. I learned to notice my automatic thoughts and challenge them. When I felt anxious, I'd ask, what happened? What am I telling myself? Is that belief helpful? The next step is disputation, actively arguing with negative beliefs. Instead of this project is a failure, I'd ask, what's the evidence? Is there another way to see this? This process broke the power of pessimism and built optimism. Changing your inner story changes how you feel and act. The ABC model gave me control over my mindset. It's a practical way to build resilience, one thought at a time. Your beliefs shape your reality. Choose them wisely. Resilience isn't built in a day. It's a daily practice. I created a simple routine, set a positive intention each morning, use a strength during the day, and reflect on what went well at night. In the morning, I'd remind myself of my purpose and plan to use a strength. Throughout the day, I'd pause when setbacks hit, notice my beliefs, and dispute the negative ones. I made time for small connections, a chat with a friend, a kind message. At night, I'd write down 3 good things from the day. This routine didn't take long, but it changed everything. It trained my brain to focus on strengths, connection, and gratitude. On tough days, it kept me grounded. Consistency was key. Small actions, repeated daily, built my resilience. You don't need hours, just a few mindful minutes. Make resilience a habit, not a hope. You've heard my story and the tools that helped me build resilience. These aren't complicated theories, they're simple strategies anyone can use. The journey starts with a single step. Try the What Went Well exercise tonight. Write down 3 good things before bed, or take the VIA Character Strength Survey to discover your best qualities. Pick one small action and commit to it. Remember, this is a practice, not a performance. Progress, not perfection. Some days will be easy, others hard. That's normal. Every time you focus on a strength or savor a good moment, you're building resilience. The most important thing is to begin. Building a flourishing life is a journey, not a destination. If you want to learn more, stay connected. There's a world of positive psychology to explore. Take your first step today. You're stronger than you think.